What up, everybody? Today we're going to go over what I'm planning on taking to tack, why I take it to tack. This should be a little bit of a longer video, but we'll try to make it as speedy as possible. That way, for those of you who are possibly going to Seven Springs, Pennsylvania, Total Archery Challenge, kind of get an idea on what you should take, what you shouldn't take, what you might want to take, all kinds of different stuff. So, obviously, we're going to start with the bow. I'm not going to take it out of the case, but inside the case is the Bowtech Core SR33. That is the bow that I've been using all year so far. Waiting on the 2026 bows to come out to decide on whether or not I'm going to buy a new one. I'm going to buy an actual target bow this year, so that'll be fun. Big pocket. We'll go with the big pocket here. So we got a bunch of different things in here. Kickstand for the limbs for your bow, so that way your cam's not sitting in the dirt. That's a big one. That is a must, actually. Pair of calipers, in case your sight tape kind of gets messed up, or while you're walking up the mountain, the elevation is going to mess with your tape a little bit. So in case you need to slap a new one on quickly, you can just mic it out and be done. Slap a new one on. Extra D-loop material. So this is bloodline fiber. This material is the best material that I have ever used on a bow, especially when it comes to the bowstrings. Bloodline material bowstrings, you don't need to wax or anything like that. I don't know what they use, what chemical they use to be able to not have to wax, but you don't need to wax with bloodline material. So this is actual D-loop material from Bloodline. Super good stuff. Never have any problems. We got a couple packs of extra sight tapes just in case. I mean, you only need one sight tape, but in the case that you need another one, you got them. This is just a camera lens, no big deal if you guys, unless you guys self-film. We got a peep tuner. It's not the Bomar peep tuner. Fuck this guy. So this was cheap. Actually, I got it from a buddy. I didn't even buy this one. I got this from a buddy of mine. It comes with little strings to tie your tuner in with. It's just a little plastic dog bone. We have arrow scale, just in case. You break a couple arrows, you buy more arrows. And they don't have your arrows at tack, you can go and get different types of arrows and try to get the weight as close as possible. Can of Zins. You gotta have your Zins, dude. That's really it for that pocket. So let's throw everything back in here and we'll go over our side pocket. I'll let you know what we got in there. And then we'll go over my arrows and what I'm gonna run on my bow itself. Side pocket. I have, doesn't really matter, again, double V-bar mount from Shrewd. Probably not going to use it. Thing is heavy. Adds a lot of weight to the bow, and I'm not trying to carry around 10 pounds of bow up and down the mountain. I'm fat and out of breath as it is, so scratch that idea. We got a couple extra nocks, just in case, again, you break arrows, you can't get your nock out of your arrow. Bring some extra nocks with you. Definitely needed. Vein stripper. I don't like using a normal razor blade for it. Just because you can catch some of the fiber, the carbon fiber. And if you strand it out, it's basically a no good arrow. Hamskea Insight Peep. Just in case I lose the one that I have. What I'm running on my bow right now, I don't remember the model of it. Hamskea, don't hate me. But this is their newer Hamskea with the plastic case. Super solid case. Comes with all your apertures, your clarifiers, a little tool to put clarifiers in so you don't have to touch the lens itself. Super cool little thing. Don't know if you guys have ever seen that before, but hopefully you guys can see it in the camera. So this is one of not the first long form videos that I've done, so cut me some slack. All right, appreciate you, gentlemen and ladies, if you're watching. Bowstring wax. I'm not running the bloodline fiber on my bow right now. I will be in the near future. So I do have bowstring wax just in case it rains. Which this year, Seven Springs, we're heading out tomorrow. It is supposed to rain all weekend except for Sunday. I believe we're shooting Friday, Saturday. So we're going to be hopefully not stuck in a downpour, but it's definitely going to be raining. Hopefully not like the video that MFJJ was in. You can catch his link down below. What else do we got in this side pouch? A couple field tips, a lot of field tips actually. 125 grain, that's what I run up front. I have a 40 grain insert and 125 grain tips that I use. Gives me a pretty decent front of center. A knife, you never know. You might need to, I don't know, cut more dilute material. I don't know, just a knife. That's not a knife. We have scattered around in here a handful of inserts. This is a bolt for my back bar, just in case. You never know. A few more inserts. I have 3. There's actually 2 more in there, so I have 5. Just again, in case you break an arrow, you need to buy some shafts. You never know. You're not carrying your bow case around with you at TAC, so it's not really that big of a deal what you pack in there or how heavy it is. And then I have 4 releases. I'm letting one of my buddies use one of mine who got beat up by a cat. So he can't use his thumb, so he's using one of my hinges. I have the Stan Onyx clicker. I haven't used it a whole lot just because I've been using my true ball hinge. But just by testing it out a little bit, this Stan clicker is going to be phenomenal. I do have the 4-finger attachment on it. Super slick, if I do say so myself. The HBC Flex by True Ball. This hinge, I love this hinge. I do want to get the 4-finger attachment for it, but it does have the flexible 3rd finger, which comes in handy. I love hinges. And then this is actually my son's release now, but the B3 exit thumb button, I'm not going to use it. I just have it in case my other 3 break. Highly doubtful. I have bad luck. You never know. So 3 releases, a bunch of random crap, a bunch of extra stuff. Better safe than sorry for the most part. So now let's get into the arrows. So since I'm lazy and don't feel like going back out and resighting my sight tape, and I don't really know how to use Archer's Advantage or Precision Cut, for whatever reason on Precision Cut, I can't get the tapes to print right. I've tried 1.5 million times, just doesn't work for me. So I'm lazy, don't feel like going out 1.5 million times a year to resight. So I'm taking the Easton S23 Superdrive arrows to TAC. I can still clear 120-ish yards with these at 70 pounds with a 27-inch draw. Yeah, these arrows are really good. I use them obviously for target archery, but going to TAC, I don't feel like resighting, like I said. So this is what we're going to use. I have about 3 dozen of them. I plan on losing a few, not too many. So it's the Easton Superdrive S23s with, I do have S-Nox on some of them with the Easton bushings that they come with. I don't remember. I think it's a unit bushing. And then AAE hybrid 26 veins. And then some of the arrows I have Micronox because the other bushings that I got were smaller that Easton sent. So, yeah, that's my arrow setup. Also on my bow, I do run a 28-inch front bar by Shrewd. This is the Onyx. 6 ounces up front and probably 12 in the back. This is a 12-inch back bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 ounces in the back. I need to add a couple ounces. But right now it's comfortable. I like how it feels. The quality on these stabilizers is super good. It takes out a lot of vibration. Everything by Shrewd is super easy to set up. The way you can put the weights on here, super easy to set up the thread on. It seems like the threading that they have is the whole length of the bar. I have yet to run out. Even just cranking it out, I gave up and just put it back to where it was. So I was running two 12s and a 28 up front. But like I said, for tack, I'm not going to run 2 back bars because it is heavy, I'm fat, and out of shape. I am, however, going to be thinking, I have another day to think about it, but this is the boning pocket quiver. I use it, you guys will see it in some of my shorts. I use it quite a bit when I'm just out at the range or at the club. Just throw this in your back pocket, fits 6 arrows in the top. Yeah, boning pocket quiver. Thinking about running this. My luck, I'll miss every target at tack, and I'll have to go back and get more arrows, so I'm probably not. So my other option is going to be my elevation hip quiver. I ran this, not this one last year. I don't think I ran this one last year. I think I ran my Easton one. The only reason I went with the elevation is because the pockets are a little bit bigger. I can store a couple bottles of water in it if I need to. And then that's where all my Allen keys are. So if you guys are wondering why Allen keys weren't in my bow pack, it's because I have them in my hip quiver. Gotcha. Also, so we have Allen keys, arrow pooler. I ran out of lube because when I bought the arrow lube, I kind of squirted it all over the place and got a little wet. Yeah. Camera lens. I don't remember which lens this is. Couldn't tell you. Couple scorecards. You guys aren't going to want to look at that. More Allen keys. And then our Leupold Full Draw 5 rangefinder. Love this rangefinder. I probably should have changed the batteries in it. I've had this rangefinder for about 4 years. I haven't changed the battery in it yet. But it still says it's full. So, one can hope. But anyway, that's... Oh, you know what? We forgot one thing. We are also changing it up a little bit this year. Last year, we were running a bino harness. This year, I'm not running a bino harness. I am just going to run... And I'm going to get a different strap. But just your typical bino strap or camera strap, however you want to look at it, with the Leupold Mackenzie HD 10x42s. I live in Ohio. We only hunt whitetail out here, unfortunately. So 10x42s is really all I need. So if you guys are wondering why 10x42, that's why. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if you guys are going to make it to Seven Springs, Pennsylvania, Total Archery Challenge, if I'm going to see you guys there. Or if you guys have went to a different Total Archery Challenge, let me know your experience down in the comments. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!